Looking at the situation, the rerun of elections in certain parts of Imo State. Now, this is what happened. Professor Oyewale Obe, the returning officer for INEC, for the state INEC in Imo, had on Sunday declared the Imo governorship elections inconclusive due to the cancellation of results of polls in some electoral wards spreading across 23 local government areas of the state. State Resident Electoral Commissioner Gabriel Ada also announced that the rerun will hold on the 25th of April while briefing newsmen in his office. According to him, the election would be conducted in 23 local government areas in some polling units where election results were either manipulated or card reader machines failed to function. He said about 145,000 voters are expected to cast their vote. But looking at the entire process of rerun for those elections in Imo State, we have some people in the House who would be talking to us and explain to us what the situation is, because there's been the back and forth between the People's Democratic Party and the All Progressives Congress within the state. So helping us to answer some of these questions, we have in the studio Mr. Aina Onwegbu, a member of the People's Democratic Party in Imo State. Thank you for coming.
Thank you very much. Good morning, viewers.
Also here is Dr. Bartos Nwadike, former presidential candidate, but now speaking for the PDP in Imo State.
Thank you very much, yes.
Theodore Ekechi, former Commissioner for Information and Director, Election Planning and Monitoring of the Buhari Campaign Organization.
Always a pleasure to be here. Thank you very much.
And Dr. Kachin Woga is the former Chairman, Ahiazu Mbise Local Government Area and Senior Special Assistant to Governor Rocha Sokorocha.
Thank you very much. Good morning, viewers.
Gentlemen, Imo State has been in the news, considered to be one of those areas that are likely to be a flashpoint in the course of the elections, but the elections have been inconclusive. Let me begin with you, Dr. Mwoga. What is the situation in Imo State?
Well, the situation is fairly, it's clear. We have passed all the campaign and rumors, and we have come to the reality. The elections have held, and there are results. And the character of the results can very easily tell you the situation in Imo State. In the results, you see that the candidate, the incumbent governor, Willie Rochas, is leading by about 80,000 votes, according to results declared by INEC. And we understand that there are about a number of polling booths where elections are inconclusive. However, even in that leading, you will see that the candidate, the Owole, has won in about 20 local government areas out of 27. So, it's clear enough where it is. The INEC has been juggling with figures. They come up with 144, 127, 145, and to date, they have been unable to tell Imo people how many PVCs are in those areas.
So you say, from what your narrative right now, INEC announced a lead for your candidate of 80,000 votes.
Yes.
But then the differential votes, the inconclusive votes, are 145,000.
That is, INEC said there are 145,000 registered persons, not persons with PVCs.
Oh, okay.
Registered, on the register. And we know that
maybe about 100,000 will vote.
Exactly. No, I may have PVCs. And that is the figure that INEC has been unable to provide.
Okay, let me bring in Dr. Bato. Do you agree with him that that's the situation there?
I don't know much about the figures, but what I know is that Imo has been, Governor Krocha, the present governor of Imo State, came into power, I think, through the inconclusive process. So why is he worried with his people about the current situation of inconclusiveness of the election? Why is he unduly worried? That was how he came to power.
What makes you say he's worried?
From even what Dr. Waga has said. Dr. Waga is like saying INEC said the election was inconclusive, that he doesn't know the figures INEC has declared, PVC and all that. Why are you worried about what INEC has said?
No, my reading is that if he's leading with 80,000 already, by the time the 120 new others vote in the remaining...
No. In 2011, when he came into power through inconclusive election, he did not bother about the figures and the PVCs. So why is he bothering about it today with Dr. Waga?
I say nobody was bothered.
Theodore Ekechi,
Yeah, when I'm faced with with argument like this, I'm usually at difficulty how to start responding. But let me correct an impression. We have been popping champagne in Imo State in Government House even before I left to Owerri on Wednesday, and the popping of the champagne is still going on in Owerri. I don't think anybody is worried. If there is any worry, the worry we have is why is it always Imo State? Why is there always inconclusive results in Imo State? Why is there a particular cabal in Imo State who will always want to make results in Imo State inconclusive? Even if I am forced, as I'm being forced to go back to the history of 2011, it was also Owele who was at the receiving end because he clearly won the election. And so cabals came together and declared the election inconclusive, whereas he actually won. But eventually, the people took the decision and they wrote his name in gold, and it was very clear, and the gap has been increased. So this time around, nobody's worried. We're only saying, why not allow the result to stand, the result that is so clear that the governor, the incumbent governor, has won? I don't think anybody's worried. But look, let me make the analysis for you. Why should Governor Kocha be worried? You have an election that the results have been declared. He's leading by 80,000 votes. And you have potential voters, based on register of voters, of maximum 144,000. And these elections are scattered in 23 local governments out of 27 local governments of the states. In 20 of the 23 local governments of the state, the governor was already leading, and is still leading. So the areas where the challenger, the PDP candidate, got all his votes are for 3 local governments. And in this rerun, the only potential votes that can come from these 3 local governments is less than 5,000.
Hold on. Let's.
No, but INEC has given us a figure of 145.
Yes, I'm just trying to
so let's just say approximately.
Grateful. I'm not trying to make a distribution for you.
But Dr. Okechi, if the incumbent governor put aside INEC's decision and declared himself the winner, but by law, he cannot do that. INEC has to declare him the winner and give him the certificate of return. Am I correct?
You're very right, but I think we're confusing the matter. If one makes an analysis of results so far declared and decide to disseminate the information, it's not the same thing as declaring yourself a winner. Announcing results and disseminating results are 2 different things. What the governor did was he told the world, just exactly what I'm doing now. I'm saying that the man has been declared winner so far. He's leading by 80,000. It's in the public domain. It wasn't Okorocha or the Commissioner for Information or the SSC media that announced that. It was the returning officer and the REC that announced that. So it's in the public domain. And Okorocha is saying, if this is the case, I think I have won. He has not declared himself.
Well, hold on. If INEC and the returning officer and the REC announced
issues of violence, there were issues of irregularities. But what we're saying is that the INEC...
Like the one he talks about where the youth captured some people that were fake policemen.
What I'm going to ask you is this. Who amongst the 2 gubernatorial candidates did complain to the world against the Commissioner of Police? Who among the 2 gubernatorial candidates did complain to the whole world against the INEC, the REC in Imo State? Who among the 2 gubernatorial candidates complained against the army in the state? Who among them called for the change of the REC in Imo State? That was Okorocha. If Okorocha was in the good books of the people, he couldn't have been calling for the removal. Even now, as a chieftain of the party in my state, and as a very major stakeholder in my state, I'm calling on Jega to remove the INEC.
Okay.
Let's make the point.
Can you correct this way?
I can make to remove the REC from Imo State. The REC is a confirmed member of PDP.
All right, thank you.
The REC is a confirmed import of PDP. It was the REC who insisted that result that was being written in his own office.
Okay, Dr. Okechi. All right, let's... Gentlemen, please. Can we be calm?
Yes, shall I be calm now? That's why I'm wearing blue. You can see I'm so calm. That's why I'm wearing blue today.
Okay, Mr. Honorable, what is your problem with the supplementary elections?
For us, the supplementary is a matter of law. We are bound to obey it. But coming from people who have the unnecessary and disreputable disposition to always complain about law and order due process. For example, if the law says there must be supplementary, we are amenable to it. But my friend here said they announced results. They disseminated information.
I disseminated, not announced.
They disseminated information.
Beautiful.
They popped champagne. The REC is against him. They complained. Police is against him. They complained.
So did you hear the complaints?
Never, except now, this morning.
You've never heard them complain about the REC?
That is their method.
You've never heard them complain about the police commissioner?
No, to complain when they have